Hello, everybody, and welcome to another episode of Breaking the Code. My name is Tim. This guy over here is Jamie.
You always get that wrong.
I know. This is one topic, no script, and today we are talking about cameos and first appearances. However, before we get started, I want to let you guys know about something new we have going on, and that is Codex Gaming. Don't forget, Friday and Saturday nights, ladies and gentlemen, you can watch the newest member of the Codex team, Matt Slayer 90, tear it up on games like Splitgate, Lost Ark, Grounded, Halo, Call of Duty, and even some retro comic book games every weekend, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday on twitch.tv/the Codex Station.
Look at you knowing how to plug. I'm getting prouder and prouder of my team every single week.
It's what I get paid to do.
Yes.
But let's get into the topic at hand, and that is cameos and first appearances. So I want to bring you the definition of a cameo and the definition of a first appearance.
Go for it, Tim.
Okay. So according to Google, who is all knowledgeable, the definition of a cameo for comic books is the character is appearing on only a few panels or even just one panel in the interior pages. Basically, what a cameo is a very limited introduction of the character or a teaser.
Okay.
Now, the first appearance is, according to Google again, the first appearance is, it refers to the first issue to feature a fictional character as a primary part of the storyline. Now, these issues are often highly valued by collectors due to rarity and iconic status. And I think we can all name the one that everybody fights over, and that would be the Incredible Hulk 180 or 181, which is a cameo, which is a true first appearance, right? Okay, so here's my thoughts on this. I think a cameo is basically exactly what is stated, a character that is either partially shown on a few panels of interior work of a comic book or shown full on head to toe on one page of said issue. If it goes full work beyond one page, that I think is considered a first appearance. Now, a first appearance to me, and again, I'm following what the definition says, which I agree with. I think that is when the character makes a first full appearance as a significant part of the storyline. And let's go ahead and take Wolverine or Venom, the two prime examples that everybody argues over. What 299 has the first cameo, according to me, has the first cameo of Venom. Venom, I think, is in one box or one panel on 299. And then in 300, he is a significant part of that particular issue, which is considered his first full appearance. And then you go into the Incredible Hulk 180, and the last page, last panel has a full body shot of Wolverine. And that's the only portion that he shows up in for that particular issue. And then his first appearance, along with cover appearance, is the Incredible Hulk 181, which fetches more money than I care to throw at a comic book at this particular moment in time. But he also is a significant part of that particular issue's storyline or story arc. So, Jamie, this is something that you and I have discussed at different times at length, and you and I disagree completely on this. So I am very curious to hear what you have to say, and then I'll go off of that from there.
No, Tim, you're completely right.
Oh, okay.
No,
well, thank you very much, ladies.
No, so ready for Tim to lose. First off, you can't always believe what the internet tells you to believe.
Well, what's your definition then?
Google is a great source for most things, but a lot of times it's like the commercial. Are you really going to believe everything on the internet?
Yeah, because the internet doesn't lie.
Well, you're lying to our viewers. So Let me put it this way for you.
Go for it.
And definition wise, in real life, let's take you for example. When I brought you on, when we did our little meet, was that the first appearance of you that I saw?
When we did the interview,
it was like a meet. It was, let's just say it that way.
Okay, so that was the first time you and I had met.
Yeah, so that was me, first time seeing you.
Right, but I was a significant part of that storyline because that was the interview that got me to where I am right now, which is sitting on your side.
So in order for it to be a cameo, how does that work then? Because technically that wasn't significant then.
Okay, fair enough. So let's take that a step further.
So look at it this way. It was our first appearance with each other, our first interaction. That was our first appearance.
But my first appearance on the episode or on the Codex podcast versus my first official.
But that was still a significant day because you came on.
Yeah. So, okay.
Now that's one example.
Okay, go for it.
Let me use another example. Let's say, we'll use TV show, for example.
Okay.
Say you saw the first episode of Supernatural. That is your first appearance to the Winchester brothers.
Very true.
Supernatural.
That is their first appearance also.
First appearance. Now, if they jumped over to, let's say, Arrow, they're making a cameo.
Right. But I think with what you're trying to get there, they have already made their first appearance in Supernatural and they are making a cameo appearance in another book, but that's not their first appearance.
You can't have a first. Let me rephrase this. You have to have a first appearance first before you can make a cameo.
Not necessarily.
Okay, so let's just take Lois and Clark. Lois and Clark, for example.
Okay.
CW show.
I haven't seen a single episode.
Bizarro shows up for the very first time.
Okay.
In a small frame.
That's his cameo.
That's his first appearance because everyone knows. You're gonna know who it is. It doesn't matter. He goes, he's Bizarro. That's not a cameo. You're introducing a character in as an appearance of a character.
But does he have a significant portion to play in that episode storyline, though? That's the point I'm trying to make. Does he, even if he's in there for 2 minutes?
Yes. Because he beats the snot out of Superman.
And then he leaves, and then he's gone.
Yes.
Well, okay, look at this. Take the Batman. Look. Have you seen the Batman yet?
No, because I'm waiting for it on HBO Max. I was going to bring up a comic for my last example. Don't cut me off. I'm winning.
Go for it.
Jeez, man. Okay, so you look at, let's say, Punchline.
Yes, another good example.
Punchline was said the name. You saw her face and her talking on the phone to Joker. You see in the paint. She's still a significant part because of the fact that she's talking to the Joker about what they're doing next going into the war.
But the point I'm trying to make, though, is how long was she in that issue for?
It shouldn't matter how long because that's your first seeing of somebody. If it was a cameo, it'd be a cameo in another book.
I disagree. I disagree. I
can't
agree with that.
How is that with common sense?
Okay, so let me
which obviously we're lacking here.
Let me break down my train of thought.
Okay.
So
break down this train.
So with a cameo, let's go ahead and take Wolverine. We'll go ahead and use that first. With Wolverine, when he shows up in the Incredible Hulk 180, the only thing he says, and I'm paraphrasing, the only thing he says at the last panel on the last page is, "You're going to fight me, Wolverine, superhero from Canada," or whatever. And then that's it.
That shows no significance.
No, because he has no significance in the issue that took place with Hulk and Wendigo at first, who were dealing with each other throughout the course of the entire issue of 180. And then in 181 is when Wolverine makes his first full appearance as a significant part of the storyline.
See that
for that issue.
That makes no sense to me, because if at the end of the book, he literally says, "You're going to fight me next. Wolverine." That is your first appearance in a book. That's still significant because of the fact that you want to tune into that next book.
But I think what I'm trying to get across is that like it's not significant in the sense of the 21 pages before that last page.
Those 20 pages had to happen for that one page to happen.
That's very true. But Wolverine's interaction in Hulk 180 had no significance to the overall action of the storyline for that particular issue. In 181, where he makes the appearance right on the first page, kicking the snot out of the Hulk, that's his first full appearance. And that's the same thing with Venom too. I mean, in 299, what do you see? You see a corner of like Venom creeping like this or something like that. And it's
first appearance.
It's a cameo because he has no significance to the overall bit of that storyline for that particular issue.
If that's not a first appearance, it should not be considered a cameo then either, because of the fact that there's still significance to it. There's a reason they're in that book for a reason. It's significant to plug this character into the mainstream of this comic.
So what would you consider a cameo then? And like, is a cameo to you them showing up for a panel in other people's books, or like you're in a Spider-Man book and you see the Human Torch cruising across the sky?
Yeah, and but you're saying significance. These characters have a significance. If they, it's kind of going to the Major X thing with Rob Liefeld, who I know you love.
Absolutely.
He even went out and said, he goes, someone drew Major X in the background of a bar. They said it was a cameo, his first cameo. He goes, no, it's a first appearance because of the fact you're using my character that's not even out yet in your book.
Well, okay, there you go. Like Superior Spider-Man, his first full appearance was in a Daredevil book.
Exactly.
I think it was Daredevil number 21, but I think he had a cameo in Amazing Spider-Man, if I'm not mistaken.
To me, a cameo should be justified as no text, no significance to the story. Like you said, it could be, what do you call it? Giant storm flying across the panel. We don't even know who he is. He just kind of goes by. You're like, what's that? That's a cameo to me. It means no significance, but it intrigues you. If they literally are in there and they have a full view, like if I'm a panel right now and I'm doing one of those at you, that's a first appearance because you can see me. You're intrigued. You want to know why I'm there.
Well, okay, let me ask you this then. If Venom's first appearance, according to you, would be the Amazing Spider-Man 299 and not 300, and Wolverine's first appearance to you would be the Incredible Hulk 180 and not 181, then why do ASM 300 and Incredible Hulk 181 fetch more money?
Because there's still a fight over it. If you guys go look at it right now, you can literally look up first appearance of Wolverine on the website or on Google, because Tim loves his educational.
I used it once for this episode.
Scholarly research. Let's use Wikipedia.
Wikipedia is a viable source, ladies and gentlemen. It's publicly funded.
I can't stand this. So if you have you can go on anywhere, and there's arguments saying for CGC, for all these big companies to be like, guys, that was his true first appearance. Just like a lot of people are going, when's the first Black Suit Spider-Man?
Isn't it? It's Secret Wars number 8, right?
I think Secret Wars, what they're not saying that was a cameo of it.
No, because that was a significant portion of the storyline, because Spider-Man's suit was destroyed and he went into the replicator, and that's when the symbiote attached to him over the course of several panels.
I don't know this one, so I can't really.
I do, because I read it. And over the course of several
first appearance of Black Suit Spider-Man, Amazing Spider-Man 252.
252 was the first time he appeared on cover, I believe.
Not according to the internet.
Well, the internet's wrong.
And so are you.
No, I'm not.
Showing up.
Have a good day. No, okay, so that's a good argument then right there, because Because like there's several first appearances for the Black Suit. There's Secret Wars #8. There's ASM 252. There's Marvel Team Up, I think,
So
191.
how do you have several first appearances?
And that goes into what you were saying, where there's this whole big discussion and sometimes heated argument about what a true first appearance is. Me personally, I think the first appearance of the Black Suit is Secret Wars #8, because that is where Spider-Man
EGC
gets
says
it.
different.
Well, fuck Z. No. Okay. So with that, 252, I think, is the first time the Black Suit appears on in publication history, right? So 252 is where the Black Suit appears first time in publication. But as far as like storyline and arcs and things like that go, it's Secret Wars #8.
Nope.
You don't think so?
Well, obviously, it's not when I'm looking up all the info. Just like Incredible Hulk #181 is the first appearance of Wolverine.
Now it's funny you say that too, because on the flip side of what I'm trying to argue here, when you go to the Marvel Universe Series 1 trading cards from Impel, and you look on there and you see any of the Wolverine card, the main Wolverine card, it says on their first appearance, Incredible Hulk 180. I know Marvel's been saying it since the 90s. I think they've been saying it since before then. But why don't people listen then? Why sit there and argue and say that 181 is the first appearance?
Because it's a market, Tim. And that's what it is.
I get that.
What are you going to get? The first appearance or a cameo?
Me personally,
and then
I
try
get
to
the cameo because I can't afford the first appearance.
But the cameo is the first appearance, and that's what they're trying to segregate on. Is a cameo. The way the cameos usually work is there's still significance behind the cameo,
right?
But they're saying that you need more than a panel to be significant. But if you're going to sit there and say, I'm fighting you, you're going to die. That is more than enough significance for me to be like, that's his first appearance. If you're going to sit there and be like, this is the first appearance of a new suit, it shouldn't be the fact, like, let's say Spider-Man, for instance. It was the last panel of Secret Wars, right? That he gets, let's just say, hypothetically.
Okay, yeah, I don't know exactly what page.
It's the last panel, and it forms to him. That's technically a first appearance because we've never seen it before.
See, in that sense, you're right, though, because in that particular issue, the whole point is, him going and getting a new suit and the symbiote coming down and covering Peter Parker, hence creating the Black Suit for Spider-Man. So I guess I could see that as a first appearance versus a cameo, because the symbiote itself is there over the course of several panels, several pages. And it's a significant portion of the storyline for that particular issue. But like going back with Punchline, with her, where you see a silhouette of half of her face, you don't know who it is unless the Joker called her out by name.
He says, "Yes, my dear Punchline."
Okay, so there you go. But is she in one panel or is she in more than one?
She has a whole page.
She has a whole page. Okay. I haven't read that issue in a while, so I can't exactly sit here and tell you.
That was Batman 89. But then her true first appearance is in Hell Arisen #3.
Right.
Because she was in a page.
Well, in Hell Arisen #3, she was a significant portion of that issue's storyline, right?
She was talked about until near the end.
Okay.
If I remember correctly.
She made a full page appearance at that time. Yeah. See, I haven't read that issue either. It
comes down to the fact, like, I feel like it's more of a marketing ploy, and they're picking and choosing where that money's gonna go.
Right.
To me, if you're gonna sit there and say it's the first appearance of something, if I meet someone for the first time ever, what's your first impressions of this person meeting them for the first time? Even if I've met you for 3 seconds, I'm still meeting you for the first time. It's your first face-to-face appearance with me.
But if you walk by somebody on the street and you give the general nod and they give a nod in return, what is that?
Is that a cameo? To me, that's the same thing. because of the fact that that's the first time I'm seeing you. I can basically make and I hate using this word, but I can make a perception based on how you react with me.
Right. Okay. That makes sense.
It's all about the interaction. So if a character on a page, as little significance as it is, even if it's a cliffhanger point for the next issue, I'm interacting with this character on a different level.
Right.
That's not a cameo. That's me meeting this character for the first time.
Okay, so I can see what you're saying there as far as like cameos and first appearances, like with cameos being characters making splash appearances in other books, you know, like the torch flying or Spider-Man swinging in the background.
Crossbones is a prime example of that too. His first appearance was in Captain America 343, I think it was. That was a cameo and he fought him.
Well, if Captain America and Crossbones fought, is the general consensus though that is his first appearance?
That's the general consensus is that is his cameo. First cameo 359, full appearance 360, but they're fighting in 359. Are
they?
Yeah.
If they're fighting, then I don't think it's a cameo. I would consider that a first appearance.
But it's still considered a cameo because it's only a little bit. Remember? It's got to have some length to it.
See, and that's where the line gets gray. You know what I mean? Because then that's nitpicking. That's being like, well, it's not a first appearance, it's a cameo. I mean, what do hardcore comic collectors consider it to be? Do they consider the first time he shows up on cover?
It doesn't. On the but cover that's the best part.
360 or
but that's the best part is it doesn't matter what me or you think. It matters when we send it in for CGC.
That's very true too.
You know, we can fight and revolt against this like everyone else did against Sonic the Hedgehog when they remade that, but we won't win that battle because this is a bigger market.
It's a very expensive market, absolutely, and you have a lot of people that invest a lot of money into that.
Exactly the point. If you were to sit there right now and say, okay, we were wrong. Incredible Hulk 180 is Wolverine's first appearance.
People would lose their minds.
First off, 181 is going to go.
Yeah.
Right. And the people with 180 is going to go up. How many people are going to be so mad?
A lot.
That point. The same thing with Spider-Man. You just sat there and said the first appearance of the black suit wasn't Spider-Man or Amazing Spider-Man 252. But that's what it's called. So if they went to go change that, how many of those people that are fans of 252, knowing for their whole lives that this is the first legitimate appearance, but not cameo? And then the people with 8 think it's a cameo.
Right. Okay. Fair enough. That makes a lot of sense. But I still think I'm stuck on my particular frame of reference with that though. Like if it's not and this is just personal opinion. If it's not a significant part of that particular issue's storyline, then it doesn't count to me as a first appearance. Look at Gambit when he made his cameo in Uncanny X-Men Annual. What was it? 15 or 16, something like that. I'm unsure. Correct me in the comments. But it was with the High Evolutionary when they showed a box, a small panel. It was like half of the size of a panel. And he was in there for one image. He had no significant portion to that storyline at all. And everybody considers that his cameo. And his first full appearance is 266, where he makes his first full appearance in comic books.
See, CGC is saying X-Men Annual number 14.
14, that's right.
Is the first appearance of Gambit.
They don't call it a cameo. They call it the first appearance.
And then others are saying, like, if you see it on eBay, it's saying first cameo.
Right, exactly. So I guess it's down to preference then on that.
CGC shows it as the first appearance.
So what does CGC label 266 as for X-Men? Because that's very curious. Do they just call it nothing? Do they say first cover appearance of Gambit, or
first full story,
or do they call it first full story with Gambit, first appearance of Gambit? Okay, now when you type in on Google first appearance of Gambit,
it says right here on CGC Universe Grade, it is the first appearance of Gambit.
For
I'm looking at
266?
For annual 14.
Okay, but what about 266? Because like on Google here, they show the Uncanny X-Men annual 14 and then Uncanny 266. They're separated by a month, guys. July and August.
So was the Incredible Hulk 180 and 181?
They're separated by a month too.
That's what I'm saying. One panel, one page should count.
So according to Wikipedia, which again is not a good source, but they state that his first appearance is the annual 14 and Uncanny 266. See, and that I think just clouds the waters even more.
That just makes you more wrong because I am so right here.
And again, it goes back to what I was saying before, or just a second ago. It's down to personal preference at that point, because if you want to stand there and yell at the top of the mountain that Uncanny annual number 14 is the first appearance of Gambit, by all means, go ahead. But the one that's going to fetch the most money is 266, which a lot of other people consider the first appearance of Gambit. So are you right or are you wrong on that? Because a lot of places...
That's why cameos should not exist.
Well, you've got a fair point there. You've got a very fair point.
Thank you, Tim. I mean, you've made points, but I don't think any of them hold water.
Well, they actually do, because I got a cup full of it right here. So
that's a cup full of... Never mind. Well, I'm not Tim. I don't swear on our shows.
That slipped out. But ladies and gentlemen, I think that's a pretty fair spot to end it. Jamie has made a lot of significant points, but I think the argument on my end has held pretty well, at least to alleviate Jamie's points a little bit more, and to get you guys thinking, which is exactly the goal of what we want to do here. So tell us down in the comments below or on our shiny new Discord, what do you think of first appearances, and what do you think Cameo is, and are either of them significant enough to wash out the other? Well, Jamie, before we get out of here with this amazing discussion, you got anything else you want to say tonight?
Yes, guys. If you get a chance, check out twitch.tv/the Codex Station for Codex Gaming. It's premiering right now, and if you guys are watching this, probably next Friday, when it's up, tune in now for Codex Gaming. It's gonna be great, guys. We got a lot more in store for you. I'm eventually going to sleep one time in my life, and that's when we finally decide that this is big enough for everyone to see. And without you guys, this is not going to happen. So guys, hit that subscribe button, hit the follow button, find us everywhere now at the Codex Station, because you guys can't miss us. Be kind to one another. I love every single one of you. I won today's discussion. I don't care what this guy says. I'm making a cameo right now. Yay.
Big win for Jamie.
Big W. Woo. But guys, thank you again. As always, I will see you guys in the next one, which is probably tomorrow.
Right on. And don't forget, ladies and gentlemen, please find us on all social medias. That is Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, right here on YouTube, over there on Twitch, where Codex Gaming is taking place live right now. You can also find us on TikTok. You can find us on Discord. You can find us wherever podcasts are streamed. Guys, you can find us anywhere. All you have to do is type in the Codex Station, and there we are. Once again, guys, my name is Tim. This wonderful guy over here is Jamie. This is Breaking the Code, and we will see you next time.